It is 10/11/2019, and for whatever reason, we cannot seem to understand why these hoes are having such a difficult time distinguishing the fact that the fucking flower is Patti Labelle. Welcome to the Opinionated podcast.
Welcome. How's everyone?
We're pissed. We're confused. We are all over the place at how these hoes heard this fucking flower wail and just goddamn do almost everything but roll on the floor and flap wings like Patti LaBelle, and they have the nerve to holler out Bjork or goddamn Jessie J.
Jessie, no thank you.
No, I'm offended.
I'm offended. First of all, how do you not know Patricia?
That's it.
How
Everybody's
does anyone
auntie
walking around in this day of our Lord
just not know this woman
and not know Patricia LaBelle?
Use your mind. That's what I heard.
And she tried to hold it.
She did. Patty tried to hold it at the beginning.
She tried.
But she couldn't help but Patty that Dolly Parton song at the end and hit those goddamn
That last note was signature Patricia.
Yes, it was.
It's time for these judges to do some homework.
I'm
going to need y'all to stop referring to every black voice you hear as soulful.
Oh, yes.
We can get some more adjectives.
Please. It feels like Ebony when you're doing a porn search for black goddamn porn. It's just, just call it what it is. Stop trying to make up other names and shit to come back around to the same thing.
Oh, it's so soulful. Like, girl, please, can we get another adjective? Like, yes, it is soulful. Patricia puts the soul in soulful.
She does.
Okay?
And in her soul food that you can find at your local Walmart grocer.
Yes. Hashtag not sponsored, but, Patricia.
Hashtag please don't sue.
Please. Or don't throw a shoe.
Yeah.
But
you can definitely some petty pies this way.
Yeah. How Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, first of all, you already know that big voice. I love me some Jennifer Hudson, but let's just not act like Mama is not the loudest thing going these days.
She would have blown that flower right off of her head.
Yeah, baby, it would have been petals and stems everywhere.
Everywhere. It would have been purple.
Where you at? Where you at? Just big and for no reason.
Jennifer's voice it's large. It is otherworldly.
You got to turn your ears up. Turn them down actually to go through.
Okay, like Alma, turn your pack down.
Please.
Because she's going to blow the circuits out that bitch. So Jennifer Hudson,
no ma'am.
Of course that's not shade, bring her up. But Jessie J?
And fucking Bjork.
I want to sue. He wasn't saying Bjork for real. Like, he is just showing that he does not have a distinction among black voices.
Okay.
He just could not immediately pick out who that was. So he decided to do the comedy route. It's gotta be Bjork.
I was about to go in on Dr. Ken.
Bjork whispers in whatever Nordic, Scandinavian language or wherever she's from. So I know that he wasn't being serious when he said Bjork. Like, he had to go to the other, like, not even opposite. He went to a whole other stratosphere because he cannot distinguish between black voices. But this was just like last year when T-Pain won it, because when Keenan came on, he was like, y'all don't know who this is for real? Like, for real.
I told you Dr. Ken has been calling every male voice this season Jamie Foxx. I don't know what he has for Jamie Foxx. I'm glad that somebody wants Jamie Foxx to sing as much as Jamie Foxx wants to sing.
Okay.
But good goddamn. What is happening?
Dr. Ken's got all the tickets to the next Jamie Foxx shows.
He needs to goddamn get him a subscription to BET Plus or something so he can maybe go through
somebody
and
does. I know those numbers probably aren't up that high.
Become familiar with something else other than Jamie fucking Foxx as our male R&B voice. Just period. Like, out of all the people, like, come on. I don't know.
Now, because Robin Thicke is in the soulful category, he pretty much instantly knew that it was Patricia. I think he just tried to find another black voice to give it some variety. So he said Jennifer. Another, obviously,
yeah, he said this stuff because he
singer.
agreed. I guess that was one of the things that we don't want everybody to pick the same person. So he's like, I agree with you. Because Robin really didn't make choices. He really just kind of said who he thought it was. Like, and I know that maybe sounds like the same thing, but it's like he was talking on top of his head, like, I thought it was this person, I thought it was that person, and then they put those people in the category. Mm-hmm. So Robin gets a pass, but
yeah, because he knew better. Like, even though Robin has had his trying times these last few years, he can still sing.
Yeah, almost
And,
definitely.
You know, he knows the soulful vocals. So he knew it was Patti, but to put Jessie J in there is just, we need to call someone. Because Jessie J does entirely too much. Patti does the much, but Patti invented the much. And she can do that. She can do that because, I mean, she's a vocal acrobat. Let her get up in this air and mama is going to the rafters. Okay? She's going to the rafters. Jessie J just does a lot for me and it's uncomfortable. Patricia is comfortable. I know what she's about to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's been doing it for decades now.
Yeah.
Jessie is just too forceful for me. It doesn't seem like she naturally sings that way. It's like, oh, people think I can sing. And because I'm trying to give them a little something extra, let me see if I can reach deep down and push out something else. And I just never want to hear it. I don't take anything away from Jessie J being a singer. Like, she can sing.
Yeah, she can. She's a wiggle and walker all over the goddamn thing.
She just needs to bring it back because the runs are too much. Even Patti don't do runs like that. Like, she's not running the whole time. Jessie should be tired as much as her songs run. Like,
I don't think she know how to do anything else. I think she's like,
I just need her to bring it back. Just bring it down. And so,
Please.
Like I said, I feel offended that Jessie J was brought up. I guess they were trying to find somebody they felt comparable in that range. But, I mean, really...
Hey, y'all could have went for the old heads. Like, I know Gladys was on there last year and whatever, but good God, y'all couldn't have hollered out Shaka. Maybe. Y'all couldn't have hollered out... Hell, I would have took a fucking Nita Baker, her deep ass. You feel me? And that's my girl, but you feel me? I would have taken that.
I just think the voices back then were so distinct. They were such distinct voices that nowadays you hear someone and they can sound completely like somebody else and you would have no idea. Like, well, bitch, yeah. I thought that was such and such. Like, you're not going to mix up Patti with Tina Turner, with Shaka, with Gladys. Like, they all sound completely different. So I get, it was a little harder to pull some people out of the hat, but Jessie J, especially and of course I would never call Patricia old, but that was a mature voice. That was she had a very
the voice to sing songs
voice.
That you ain't even lived yet.
You were not even around when these songs was going up into the
rafters. You hear me?
So I just, sometimes the Masked Singer gets on my nerves for the very fact that the people that they choose to be on these shows are not musically enough inclined. They don't have the range. I feel like the only person that really should be on there is Robin. Like, Robin seems to be the only one to actually hear a voice and give a distinct enough type of thought to it. Everyone else seems to just kind of be... Dr. Ken just don't give a shit. He is not really versed in a lot of music, so he'll just throw somebody the fuck out there to be funny.
He just ready to be funny. He know what he's supposed to do.
Nicole wants to be musically inclined because she had a little Pussycat Dolls action and then tried to come out herself.
Oh, and don't forget Eden's Crush. That's where it started. Pop stars get over yourself.
Well,
goodbye.
Take it back. Well, take it back and goodbye. Like, I don't need her. Jenny really does try as well, but again, she still does not have the range to hear the voices, like to really make an educated, like, my ear is hitting me like this and this is what I'm hearing. It sounds like, oh, you sound good. Who else sounds good? And not really thinking about who that can really be. I'm sorry, but I feel like last year with Gladys Knight and then to hear Patricia, like, you got to know Patti LaBelle. Like, I don't see how you can really mistake her for anyone else. There's no one that sounded like Patti when she was doing it in the beginning, in the middle, or at the height that she was, or where she is now. No one sounds or sings that way, especially when she hit that end note. Especially. That is classic Patti. So at least have people on here who have a diverse musical background. You listen to music from all genres. So that way when you hear someone, you can actually take some kind of real guess Dr. Ken, I guess, is supposed to be just on here for comic relief, but I thought that's what Nick Cannon was on here for. Like,
well, first of all, we got 5 hosts. So I feel like we got 3 comic reliefs. I feel like Nick Cannon, Dr. Ken, and Jenny, like, they are trying to make fetch happen, and that's what it is.
Cause I'm like, cause you can still be funny without always. I'm not trying to come for the comedian lane and saying that they can't be on these type of shows, but maybe have them as guests. Maybe kind of the temporary comic relief. But if it's to actually guess who these people are on the show, I would like some people with some real musical backgrounds. Like, you didn't have to sing yourself, but you just listen to different things. You have an ear for the people that are coming on. You really want to try to guess who the people are. That is what makes it fun for me, is if you can actually be on point with your guests. But just throwing shit out just to be throwing shit out is just, it's a little tiring for me. Like, Dr. Ken is a little tiring for me. Like, he can, if I could choose one person to go, it would be him, because his picks never seem to be anywhere near the bullseye, and he doesn't seem to try to make it near the bullseye. Like, I don't really know what his purpose is besides comedy. And if that's the case, then just do some other show. Like, don't they have stand-up comedian shows? Like, go
America's
do
Next
those.
Top Comic.
Yeah,
something.
America's Next Top Best Comic. Do that. Go do that one. I'm done with him. He really keeps me from watching, honestly. I tried to figure out what the cringe was when I watched it, and it's really him. Like, he just doesn't seem like he wants to provide any real valuable feedback to the people who are singing. And if it's a singing competition, if the point is to guess, to actually guess who it is, because that means that I can be on there then. I can be in Dr. Ken's spot. Oh, it's the Captain Crunch Man. Like, oh, look, it's Mr. Clean. Like, I can just pick anybody just from a fucking hat. Just let me just pull something out of my ass and decide that is the person that's up on stage singing. So, Masked, what is it? Masked Singer. Like, he got me so riled up, like, I couldn't even remember it, because he's not giving me any sort of real interest in helping this to be a singing show. Like, it's still a singing competition. Like, it's still about showcasing voices. And if you're not going to at least take some seriousness in it, just a little bit, like Bjork, I know you weren't serious when you said Bjork, but you couldn't think of any, like, you just, like, I can at least give the Jessie J one a little bit of credit, because at least you threw in a bitch that can sing. Like, I can at least give you a little point on that. But Bjork, like, you couldn't come up with anybody. Like, you could have said Luther Vandross for all I cared. Like, damn.
Luther great.
Okay, Luther done came back for a surprise.
Rest on Luther.
He came back for a surprise rendition for us all. Like, just give me more Masked Singer. I really think this show is innovative in the fact that you have people that are actually singers. Not everyone is, but not everyone is professionally a singer, but there is a point to showcase their voices and to have their faces be obscured so people can actually give them a chance, so you can actually hear how they sound, which is why I love that T-Pain won last year, because T-Pain has a very nice voice. But if you're not going to take it some kind of seriously, then what really is the purpose? I get shows have to have comic relief, but like you said, we got Jenny and we got Nick, and then Robin, he's a little dry, but he will come with his. Nicole's a little dry, she comes with hers, but at least they are trying to come up with actual valid people that it could be. He just don't give a fuck, and get your check, but just come with a better crop next time. Come with a better crop of people, judges, next time. I think that's why I have a real issue with a lot of these singing shows, competitions, because they just seem to have gone from having people who are actually in the industry and have maybe some license to critique, and now the shows just seem to kind of pull anybody in who decide they want a seat, and I really don't like that. And I think that's what turns me off from a lot of these